All right, a major error inside. Wayne County government recently turned a county employee into a millionaire completely by accident.
Yes, it's a bizarre and embarrassing story that county officials were not eager to explain. Tonight, they say they're adding safeguards to make sure it never happens again.
Here's 7 investigator Ross Jones.
I'd be very concerned about what's happening with payroll in the county. Certainly, that's an incredibly big mistake.
Big might be an understatement, because this mistake was a 7-figure screw-up that allowed a Wayne County employee to be overpaid by $1.6 million in a single paycheck.
Sometimes things slip through the cracks. They shouldn't. I think
that's a really big crack, 1.6 million.
No excuses for it. That kind of thing can't happen. Almost did.
County Executive Warren Evans says almost because within a day of receiving the mammoth deposit at the end of May, the longtime employee notified their boss of the error and had the money returned. But it never should have happened, the county says, and the fact that it did is why 2 employees have been terminated for not catching it, while a third is under suspension.
I think there are a lot of errors that went on. What I can tell you is there are multiple fail-safes, theoretically, built into the system, and at least 3 of those didn't work.
The mistake happened, we learned, when a supervisor was updating payroll information for a county employee who had just received a raise. But where they should have typed in the employee's hourly rate, they entered their employee ID number instead. That produced the mammoth check that should have been red flagged, but was not.
How concerned are you by the fact that it wasn't the county that noticed it, but the employee who told the county?
again, tightening up on our processes and procedures. That should not have happened.
County Commission Chairwoman Alicia Bell wonders that if a mistake as big as this one wasn't caught, what other overpayments could have been missed too?
There could have been $100 here, $200 there. You don't notice the small amounts, but obviously you're going to notice if it's $1 million. So I think that is prudent for us to go back and just look through payroll to make sure that we haven't had anything like that happen before.
This is not the first paycheck mishap since Wayne County upgraded its payroll system last year, switching to a new system run by Oracle. In August, about 400 county sheriff's employees reported being shortchanged in their paychecks, with some receiving less than $1. Those mistakes were attributed to human error and were eventually resolved, but the county says today, and this latest error proves, there are some significant kinks still to be worked out.
Anytime you go through a big transition with oracles and ERPs, those things happen in any big organization, but it doesn't mean they should.
Now, county sources say mistakes like this are possible in part because the county's new payroll system is still not widely understood, and they blame a lack of training. As of now, though, the county says they have not found other evidence of other overpayments and say they are in the process of adding safeguards to prevent this from happening again. I don't know who that employee was, but if they do Employee of the Month in Wayne County, I'd say they're a pretty good contender.
Yeah, I mean,
money so quickly.
Not making light of the situation, but you know, for just a second, they were probably like, "Hey,
Howard doing a double take at the minimum.
A few thoughts going through their head for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
Thank you, Ross.